and that the world has already been taken over by electronic money. We have the front row here. The US dollar is likely to be demonetized. Demonetized means it is no longer recognized as legal tender. You can't use it to buy and sell. I guess that they're going to replace it with something else that is tangible. I don't know what it is. But this will be only for microtransactions. Microtransactions. All the rest of the money exchanges in the world will be electronic. And therefore they can keep tabs on you. Once you're within that system of money, you are part of the system of oppression. The answer, of course, is to return to the Sunnah money, the money which is in the Qur'an, the gold dinar. You know that the word dinar is in the Qur'an, don't you? Come on, shake your heads a little bit. You know that the word dirham is in the Qur'an, don't you? Yeah. You know that the dinar and dirham is in the Sunnah as well? And we have, of course, abandoned it. And we pay the price for it. When you know you've abandoned the Sunnah and the Qur'an, you must make tawbah and an attempt to return to the Qur'an and the Sunnah. If you think that you could have a market at KLCC with dinar and dirham and they will allow you to do it, you're living in dreamland. I don't think you'll succeed. They just swoop down on you. But if you get out of the cities and you go and establish micro markets in the remote countryside, then Allah says in the Quran, وَإِذِ اعْتَزَلْتُمُوهُمْ, this is in Surah Al-Kahf, وَإِذِ اعْتَزَلْتُمُوهُمْ وَمَا يَعْبُدُونَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ فَأْوُوا إِلَى الْكَهْفِ يَنْشُرْ لَكُمْ رَبُّكُمْ مِرَحْمَتِهِ إِلَى آخِرِ الْآيَةِ. That from the time you withdraw from that godless world, that world of oppression, you withdraw from them to seek to preserve your faith, then Allah responds to His servant. And Allah showers you with His mercy. And so it is possible to escape from that universal destruction that is coming if we get off the sinking ship. Now then, having given you just a taste, that's all, a taste of Akhirul Zaman in the Qur'an, I want to now return to the Qur'an and to the role that the Qur'an has to play, because we have a limited amount of time here tonight. The role that the Qur'an still has to play in history. I wrote this book 10 years ago. Events have continuously unfolded, validating the analysis in this book. And yet for 10 years I have waited for the world of Islamic scholarship to respond. The shuyukh, the maulanas, the muftis, the Islamic scholars. And for 10 years they have been silent. They dare not attack the book, because they know if they attack the book they look like fools. But they seem to be imprisoned that they cannot embrace the book. And I've been wondering why this silence on the word of Islamic scholarship. This is my latest book now, Gog and Magog. This is the first book on the market. And I'm working on Dajjal at the moment. And I don't expect that I'll get any different a response than I got on Jerusalem in the Quran. And the question is why? When the analysis is being constantly validated, why this reluctance to escape, to embrace our view of Islamic eschatology? I want to share with you my understanding of the reason. Well, first of all, there are those who watch too much television. And anytime you look at them, you see them with a small little device in their hand. Small little thing in their hand. As you are embraced by what the dunya has to offer, as you walk outdoors and you see her dressed and yet naked, your mind is corrupted. The first time you see her dressed and yet naked, you'll be surprised, astonished. My gosh, the sky is going to fall down today. But what happens after a year and 2 years and 3 years? No big thing. And nothing registers in the heart. No, it's just commonplace now. That heart cannot penetrate the Qur'an. No. The heart which will penetrate the Qur'an is a heart which feels pain, which feels anxiety, which is restless when it sees Allah's laws being defied, when it sees munkar all around it. And therefore we need a ghusl of the mind and the heart. My opinion is that the ghusl of the mind and the heart comes from the recitation of the Qur'an. The continuous recitation of the Qur'an cover to cover, and when you finish, you start again, and when you finish, you start again. And the recitation of the Qur'an in Salat, and mashallah, here in Malaysia, they recite the Qur'an so beautifully, almost as good as Cape Town. In Cape Town, I heard them reciting the Qur'an. It brought tears to my eyes. The Egyptian, of course, is a perfectionist, but I can tell the difference between a machine and the heart of a believer when he recites the Qur'an. Yeah. And so as you listen to the Qur'an being recited in Salat, that recitation of the Qur'an becomes water that washes and cleanses your system. Having taken the ghusl, the Qur'an, to cleanse your heart, you now turn to the Qur'an to study the Qur'an. And Allah teaches methodology. And this is the most important part of our talk today. The methodology for studying the Qur'an. If the Qur'an is to explain the reality of the world today, the end time, then you need to study methodology. And I have located this to be the basic problem. While the world of Islamic scholarship is so shy of eschatology. Remember the very beginning of the Qur'an, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed the angels, the malaika, and told